Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be reacting to another video. This one comes recommended because the last cricket video I did was a little bit controversial, which is okay. I appreciate it because it lets me know what else I can look into. The last video I did seemed to kind of focus really only on the India side of cricket and kind of one thing that happened, which I'm still glad I watched because it's a piece of history and I got to look into it, and that's exciting. So it was still cool for me to look into. But a lot of you guys suggested that I need to look into the Ashes, right? The Ashes. There's I heard so many after that video is about the Ashes, the Ashes, the Ashes. So today we're gonna look into it. We're gonna look into the Ashes. This video is the Legend of the Ashes. This seemed to be the best one that I could find here, and if you guys have better videos on it, please let me know in the comments or in the Discord. It's going to be the easiest way to get them to me, but it's about a 5-minute video, so I'm hoping that I'm going to learn something here on the Ashes. I'm really excited about this. If you guys like this video, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, it is right down there, and the bell notification. You can stay tuned in on when I post my videos. But let's get the ears on, let's get going. Alright, if you guys would like to check out the original video, the link will be in the description. But I'm excited. Let's get into the Legend of the Ashes.
Here we are on the eve of another Ashes series, and it promises to be a fantastically competed for series between England and Australia. But now, what are the Ashes? Well, the term Ashes, the Ashes was first used after England lost to Australia for the first time on home soil in England, and that was in August 1882. We're turning the clock back 135 years, and it was a significant defeat for England. It wasn't the first match between England and Australia. That was 1877, the first test match at the MCG. But this was significant because of what happened afterwards. Just check the scorecard from this memorable test match. It was a very low-scoring match. Australia 63 all out in 80 overs. England replied with 101 all out. Fred Sporforth, the Australian, picking up 7 for 46, the quickie. Australia in their second innings 122 all out. And England, they were set a target of 85, were bowled out for 77 in 55 overs. W.G. Grace made 30.
I'm going to try and understand this, and bear with me. Let me know in the comments if this is right or wrong. Let's just look at the first inning Australia. So he said 63 overs, all out. I'm guessing all out means all the batters were out. I don't know how else that would mean. But so 63 runs, 10 batters out, and 80 overs. Is that it? And so 80 overs is at like 480 pitches. So after 480 pitches, they got 63 runs, and that was the first inning for Australia. I don't know how you get 71.3 overs. But yeah, so is that kind of the gist of how the scores? Sorry, I don't want to pause it too much, but I just wanted to figure the scoring out because this looks so complicated. But I think I kind of understand it based on the 77 all out with the 55 overs, if that applies to everything else.
32, and Sporforth picked up 7 for 44. He picked up 14 for 90 in the match, but England lost that test match by just 7 runs. Well, there was a gloom in English cricket, in English sport after this. The Sporting Times, the day later, wrote what was an obituary. It was a supposed mythical obituary for English cricket, and it read, "English cricket died at the Oval on the 29th of August, 1882. The body..."
So is this like a paper that put this out in their obituary, kind of like a mythological obituary? That's kind of funny, actually.
"Will be cremated and the ashes taken to Australia." The words have remained ever since. The concept caught the imagination of the sporting public. At the end of the 1882 cricket season, Ivo Bligh, who didn't play in that match at the Oval, was given the captaincy of England, and he took an England side to Australia to play 3 tests, and he vowed to return with the Ashes. Now, they were mythical, these Ashes. The Australian counterpart, Billy Murdoch, would have none of that. He said they were going to defend them. What were the Ashes? Well, during this 1882-83 tour, England played a lot of social matches. One of them was at Christmas Eve at a place called Rupert's Wood, just outside Melbourne. And the game which England won was a bit of a social affair. Captain Ivo Bligh actually met his future wife, Florence Murphy, who, folklore tells us, presented him with an urn. Now this is my own urn, but this is the size of the urn where the ashes are now kept. She presented him with this. Many people thought it was a perfume holder. It might well have been. And it contained the ashes of the bales in that match on Christmas Eve that were
very
burned
cool.
and given to Captain Bligh, and he kept it, and he regarded that as a present. Now then, he married the lovely Florence Murphy. They went back to England after England had won that series, and that urn stayed on the mantelpiece at their family home in Rochester in Kent at Cobham Hall until Bligh died in 1927, 43 years later. Now, at his request, Florence's wife bequeathed that urn, and it's only this big, to the MCC. And today, over 90 years on, this tiny, delicate and irreplaceable artifact resides in the MCC Museum at Lord's Cricket Ground in London. In the 1990s, the England and Wales Cricket Board commissioned an urn-shaped Waterford crystal glass trophy, and the Ashes trophy is what the modern teams play for now. It's crystal glass.
Okay.
It was first presented to Mark Taylor after his team won the 98-99 Ashes against England. The urn has only twice been taken out of Lord's. Once for the Australian bicentenary celebrations in 1988, and secondly to accompany the Ashes series in 2006-07. I don't know what the reason was for that. In terms of numbers, Australia and England have each won 32 times with 5 draws. It's absolutely level. But isn't it marvellous that in all these years, these highly paid cricket professionals are playing for a trophy about that size, the urn which contains the ashes that goes back to
It's a rich history.
1882. It's a wonderful story, but nothing comes bigger between England and Australia than the Ashes.
Wow. All right, that was such an awesome video. I definitely understand why you guys wanted me to take a look at it. A very rich history, and I can see why Australians and people from England are so passionate about the Ashes and the sport, and people from all over the world, to be fair. I thought it was interesting, though. So this video that I watched was in 2017, and I had recently looked up, where the series was at, and it looks like Australia now has pulled ahead in the Ashes series, but correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know where we're at. But that's very cool that they played for this urn, and it didn't even start as much, but I like the obituary was, I think, very clever. I think that was very cool. And then how they burnt the bales years later from a game on Christmas. So that's very cool. I'm gonna check out when the Ashes is, and I'll try to watch it this year. I think that would be cool. I think that'd be very cool. But thank you guys so much for recommending this. I highly appreciate it. If you have any other great recommendations or any more videos of the Ashes, please let me know, either in the comments or preferably the Discord. If you guys like this video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and the bell notification to stay tuned in on when I post my videos. Thank you to everybody who joined the live stream the other day. That was amazing. I had a lot of fun. The first one, so we're going to be doing more, but I'm hoping that I can get better at it as I go. But I appreciate you all being there. I hope you guys are having a great day. Peace, love, and we'll see you later. Bye.